Hello, I'm Mike Sad with Bonitron Incorporated. We are a power electronics company located in Nashville, Tennessee. Today I'm going to discuss how we utilize ultracapacitors for energy storage to keep variable frequency drives, VFDs, and servo systems up and running through power outages. Many VFDs and servo systems operate critical equipment. These systems range from air handling and clean room applications to extruder applications for carbon fibers or just about any critical process that the VFDs and servos control. These systems can trip off with minimal power loss because sometimes it only takes a few cycles. Downtime can both be unsafe and costly. Here at Bonitron, we use ultracapacitors tied to the DC bus via our special voltage regulator to keep these critical systems running at full speed and torque during these outages. Ultracaps are ideal for these applications for short-term durations. I'll let Ethan Humphrey, our Director of Engineering, explain why.
Hello, I am Ethan Humphrey, Director of Engineering at Bonitron. I will discuss using ultracapacitors with our ride-through solutions. For VFD or power supply backup, ultracapacitors can be used for short-term backup, typically 15 seconds or less. The ultracapacitors can be tied directly to the DC bus of the drive or used with the Bonitron voltage regulator. Connecting the ultracapacitors directly to the bus will require a separate pre-charge circuit, as the drive will not be able to charge the ultracapacitors up to bus voltage using its built-in pre-charge. With the ultracapacitors tied directly to the bus voltage can only drop to 85% of nominal and still maintain full speed and torque. This only allows you to use approximately 20% of the stored energy in the ultracapacitor string. The solution that Bonitron provides allows for a more efficient use of the stored energy. The ultracapacitors are connected to our voltage regulator, which feeds the VFD. The voltage regulator boosts the voltage from the ultracapacitor string up to a voltage that is usable by the drive to maintain full speed and torque. This allows for more efficient use of the stored energy, approximately 75%. It also allows for the number of ultracapacitor modules in series to be sized to the application rather than the full bus voltage. For example, a 480 volt 3-phase 100 horsepower drive would require 15 48 volt ultracapacitor modules in series just to meet the nominal bus voltage requirements of 680 volts DC. Sizing to meet a 2-second requirement with our voltage regulator and charger would only require 8 48 volt modules in series. Using 8 modules in series provides enough energy for the full 100 horsepower for 2 seconds. There are several advantages of using ultracapacitors over batteries for these short-term outages. The ultracapacitors require little to no maintenance for ride-through applications. They also can be charged at a much higher rate than similarly sized batteries, allowing for a faster recovery time between events. For safe maintenance of the system, the ultracapacitors can also be discharged down to 0 volts, where batteries will always have voltage present. While using ultracapacitor modules or cells in series, the capacitor and ESR will need to be matched for proper voltage balancing of the string. To test capacitance and ESR, Bonitron offers both a cell tester and module tester. Bonitron's cell and module testers are a complete ultracapacitor test solution. They charge and discharge under constant current while measuring capacitance and ESR. The testers automatically execute complete test cycles and save test results. The units are fed from a 120 volt or 240 volt single phase 50 or 60 hertz source. The cell tester has an adjustable output from 2 to 20 volts and a charge-discharge current from 1 to 30 amps. This charge-discharge current is varied depending on the ratings of the ultracapacitor cell. The cell tester can measure capacitance from 1 farad to 6,500 farads and measure ESR from 0.1 to 500 milliohms. The module tester has an adjustable output voltage from 10 to 170 volts and a charge-discharge current from 1 to 7 amps. The module tester can measure capacitance from 1 farad to 1,000 farads and measure ESR from 0.1 to 750 milliohms. The cell and module tester can be used to match up cells and modules with similar ESR and capacitance for connecting in a string. This testing helps to ensure that the voltage is balanced evenly across all cells or modules in the string. The testers can also be used to check ultracapacitors that are used in high cycle applications to check for decreasing capacitance and increasing at ESR that would indicate end of life for the ultracapacitor. The typical end of life ratings for ultracapacitors are when the measured capacitance is reduced to 80% of rated capacitance, or the ESR is double the maximum rated ESR when new. Thank you for your time today. If you have any questions, please visit our virtual booth.